Hey guys, thanks for joining me today for a full body stretch and cool down. Now you might be using this because you just finished up your workout, good job. Or you might just be using this as a stretch to get you through the day if anything's feeling nice and tight. When it comes to working out, stretching is the one thing people skip the most. So I'm glad you're here and I'm ready to get started. All right guys, we're gonna come to the mat to start. We're gonna go into a child's pose. So we're gonna sit back and we're gonna stretch those arms out. Now, if you want more of a stretch in those inner thighs, you can go into a wider stance. And same thing here, sit into those legs and stretch out as far as you can. Reach those fingers, nice flat back. Nice slow controlled breathing. You can walk it out to the side, just get a good stretch that way. And those obliques, up into your arms. Any of these moves can be held longer if needed, or you can revisit. Typically 30 seconds in a move is good. You can come out and go back in if need be. Good. All right, we're gonna bring our legs together and we're actually gonna come down to the mat and up into a Cobra. Now you shouldn't feel sharp pain in your lower back. If you do, you've gone too far up. So just pick something that's comfortable, that feels like it's stretching the back and not hurting the back. Your range of motion may be very different from mine, and that's okay. Nice controlled breathing here. Good, we're gonna come up and we're just going to go back and forth into cat camel, cow camel. There's no rhyme or reason in this one, just go with what feels right for you as far as adjusting in and out of the move. Good. Now we're going to come into a pigeon stretch. That's going to bring one foot in front of the other. Just really going to stretch out those glutes. Okay, you're going to reach this foot back. But the further down you come in this move, the more you're going to feel it in your legs and glutes. Nice deep stretch. This is probably my favorite stretch ever. Good. Bring it up. Good. We're going to switch. Same thing on the other side here. Foot is extended. Bring it down. You might notice one side is tighter than the other. Totally normal. Nice steady breathing. And come up on that. Good. Okay, gonna come out of that. Gonna stretch those calf muscles a bit. So I'm not gonna hold it too long on one or the other. I just like to go kind of back and forth. Maybe hold it a little tighter if one side is a little more tight than the other. Again, no rhyme or reason on that switching though. Just whatever feels right for you and your body. Keep in mind this is a full body stretch, so we're gonna hit everything here. Good, all right. Now we're actually gonna roll to our back here, laying nice and flat. You're gonna go ahead and bring one knee bent towards your chest and lay this leg as flat as you can. Okay, so we're gonna stretch, stretch, stretch. Again, slow and steady breathing. Good, while we're there, we're gonna bring that leg across. We're still working, we're doing all one side and then we'll switch and do the other. And pull that leg that's behind towards you to really stretch that other side. You should feel that in your inner thighs, your glutes. Good, while still working that side, we're gonna roll to our side, grab that leg here, and we're gonna pull it back. Bringing our hips as more forward as possible. The more forward you bring, the harder it's going to be to bring that leg directly to your glute, and that's totally fine. We really want to focus on stretching that quad, then reaching our leg to our glute. So bring those hips forward, really straighten that out. Good. Now we're going to go back for the other side, starting with that first stretch towards our chest. That opposite leg is as flat to the ground as it can go. And nice steady breathing here. Slow and controlled. Good, we're gonna bring it across, just like the other side. Bring that back leg, definitely feel that. Feel that nice and deeply. Good, now again, we're gonna roll to that side, pulling that leg, hips as much forward as possible, almost as in line. Again, it's going to make that leg not be able to touch that glute as easily, and that's okay. Good. All right, while we're here, just gonna keep it down on the mat for a few minutes here. We're going to stretch those arms across just for a few swings, and then we're gonna lock in on that bicep stretch. Now keep in mind when you're doing these static stretches that you don't really want to bounce around in these. You really want to focus on the muscles. While we're here, we are going to go ahead and put our legs into a butterfly stretch, kind of a loose one. Just want to be in that movement. We'll get back to those in just a second. Good. Okay, some more of those. Good. Hands going to come back and down your back. Stretch that shoulder if you can. Bring that butterfly stretch in just a hair. Now if you need to break from that, you can. Just stagger that and focus on your tricep stretch. Good. Good. All right, real quick while we're here, we are going to stretch those wrists. One thing that I think that gets neglected a ton, but we use it so much in our workouts, especially if you're lifting weights. So we're gonna start, and we're actually gonna turn them the opposite way. So our hands are gonna face us. Depending on how flexible those wrists are, is going to depend on how easy this is for you and how much of degree of rotation you have. But we just wanna slightly press into them. As much or as little as you need. Again, you're gonna know better than I will what feels okay. Good, to the side, back and forth here. Do good stretch in them. Good, we're gonna roll them out as we come up. Just roll them out, all right. Going into our shoulders, we're gonna back shrug here. Good, now forward, same thing. Good, all right, so we're gonna go in a wide stance and we're gonna come low and we're gonna go to one side, hold for a second, and then the other. Again, a good deep stretch here. All right, bring your hands down as much as you can, really stretching those inner thighs. Good. You can even go wider and bring yourself down to the mat if you can. And stretching those inner thighs, back of your legs. Good, you bring it up. We're gonna grab some wall space real fast. Hands are gonna go up, and we're actually gonna bring our back and head down in between those. Stretch the shoulders out into your back. Nice flat back here. Good. Now we're gonna leave one hand placed there, and we're gonna open that chest up. You're just gonna open it up as much as you can, or as little as you need to. Whatever works for you. Both sides might be different. Good. We're just gonna finish with some squats here. Just nice low squats, as low as you can go. And we're going nice and slow, not fast through this. Okay, while we're here, just a couple more. Bring that pelvis forward as you come up, squeezing those glutes. Good. All right, I'm gonna swing those arms out. Couple arm circles forward, couple back. These are wide arm circles. Good. Now small ones, still going back. and forward. And we're done. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you feel nice and relaxed, and we'll see you next time.